talking about Bullets Ain't Got No Names, 1, 2, and 3. I'm talking about Slauson Boys, the first one. I've been trying to put people, but I understand what you're saying. But at the same time, I think it helps. It does help because like it does draw that attention to get people to listen to people they ain't never really paid attention to.
That's true.
So I mean, I understand what you're saying though. So me, like I said, I find it being like oversaturated. Really, it's like it's hard for me to get into new shit because it's so much for me to dig through. Mm-hmm. How do you go about picking what you gonna ride with?
Most time it's whoever I listen to. That's what put me on. Like I tell you, how I got on Nip. I got on Nip listening to that Self-Made joint, the Maybach Music joint.
Yeah,
where he had the records with Stalley. I used to like a lot of Stalley joints.
All right.
Oh yeah.
So they had the Found in You joint. That's how I got on Nip.
All
and
right.
I started listening from there.
All right.
It's just that for me it's kind of just navigating like that. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So 15 years ago, you said you've been doing it for about 15 years. You are like on the edge of where we were. It's like when we were doing it, it was transitioning into that social media thing. Mm-hmm. And I couldn't get with it. I'm just now finding a way to navigate around it. So it was like we put out our last project that We Are South Carolina project. I think that was 12 maybe? It was around by 11, 12. Yeah. So we put that out and that's when I started seeing the shift of the nobody don't want this fucking CD I'm handing to them. It was turning right then. How were you able to link into dive into that shit? Because I see, I commend you because when I got in contact with you, it was like, boom, here's my schedule. Boom, can I do a flyer? 5 minutes later, there's a flyer. It's up. Everything's getting likes. How did you transition into that?
Into what, your social media?
Into really getting involved in social media. Like, I couldn't do it.
Actually, when Facebook kind of like popped, my sister was in college. So she was familiar with it, whereas it really started out as something as a college platform. It wasn't really for the public. Uh-huh. So then when it became for the public, it was like, okay, cool. So I would dabble in it. And back then, like I was telling you, man, I had a big gap between me doing music because I started doing club parties and stuff like that and making money that way. That kind of delayed a lot of the music and stuff like that. So during that time, that's how I got involved by learning how to navigate through that to promote the events as well too. All right. So that's really, and then once I say the last 4 or 5 years, I've been consistent with the music. So then I just applied those same things to the music. All right. That way.
All right. Yeah. Because I can't. That's what it like really deterred me a little from the music.
I can understand that
because it's a space where it's like, dude, it's like we so into. Like when we talking street teams, we talking going hand to hand, talking to people, right then rapping, doing signing autographs like on the spot. Yeah. So it's like now it's like no, you gotta link,
Yeah, I miss them days.
You like fuck that link?
Yeah, I'm like, come on, man.
CD?
Yeah, get this CD, but
nah, ain't nothing.
I definitely miss them days.
Motherfucker ain't got a CD player.
I got a pile of them motherfuckers in my trunk right now.
Hold on to them.
You're gonna come back right.
Still buy CD.
You're right. They still sit in there. So the I Am Not Ross mixtape. Yeah. Tell me what's that about.
So movement. I've been in Charlotte. October make about a year. So
you new up there.
Yeah, I'm fresh up there. Right. So it's just moving around and introducing people to my music. A lot of the DJs do reviews and they give me feedback. And everybody's like, I hear the Ross aesthetic, which is cool. You know what I mean? I'm not tripping. I like Ross. There's nothing against him. But I just said, maybe I should do this to kind of separate myself from that.
All right.
Because a lot of times because it happens a lot of times people will come along and see somebody doing something and say, oh, I'm going to jump on that. Yeah. And it's not that type of situation.
All right.
I've been doing music probably just as long, if not even longer, than what he has.
All right.
It's just that I'm unknown, in Augusta. So that's all that is.
Exactly. Yeah. So is it working?
Yeah. For me? Oh, yeah, of course. It's definitely working, especially even more getting outside of Augusta. A lot of times when people are familiar with you, they don't really take you as serious.
Right.
But when you go to other markets, they like, oh, wow, let's sit down and talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, the last month I didn't acquire management, got a couple paid gigs, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Just off of just sheer networking,
Trying to
talking to
separate
people.
yourself.
Cool.
Yeah, that's all
Trying
it
to
is.
not get caught up in the Ross bag.
Yeah.
I got you. I
Yeah.
got you. Yes, sir. You got to go?
Hell yeah. I gotta go where the people pay me at.
Yeah, dog. Man, you in the wrong. This is supposed to be sit day.
It's supposed to be, but guess what?
You let the man dictate your life.
Fuck you. Damn it, you gotta go to work. Go on, bitch.
Go ahead, man.
All right, player, you know.
Stopping the
I'm
show?
I'm out this hoe.
Peace. But we gonna continue for you then.
All right, I have to catch it.
Don't let the doorknob
Goddamn.
hit you with a good Lord
Goddamn.
split.
All right, y'all.
All right, brother.
All right, dealer.
All right, famo.
All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. What other? You got any other upcoming projects? Because I know you got a lot of dates. I saw a lot of dates you got going on.
Yeah, got shows coming up. Like I said, I'm September 27th, Crown Station. That's in Charlotte. I'll be performing at the Helica Lab.
All right.
October 20th, I'll be at Soulful Sundays. That's in Charlotte too, at Red at 28th.
All right.
And then it's another date. That's going to be the 2nd of November for, what is that? That's in Statesboro.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So all right. Let's get into something. All right. I want your get your opinion on something.
Okay.
Now, a few years ago, you had the whole Meek Mill Drake thing where, he accused Drake of not writing his own shit, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
Now, how do you feel about ghostwriting far as in hip hop?
It depends.
What you mean? Talk to me.
I think when it comes to any genre of music, you got what you may consider independent, then you may have what you consider pop music.
Yeah.
Pop music, it is what it is. When it comes to just hip hop in general,
Nah.
nah.
All right. I personally understand that, but I'm looking at it like this. I'm like, all right. Example: Drake. Drake has proven that his pen game is, his pen game is what it is.
Yeah.
Now, what's wrong with, let's say, I'm Drake. I got a homeboy whose voice just ain't right, who just don't know how to. What's wrong with me saying, all right, you write this for me, you get this check, I get you paid? What's wrong with that?
To me, that it takes away from the culture.
All right.
The culture has always been, whether you a DJ, whether you a breaker, whether you do graffiti, that's almost like saying, well, bro, draw this out for me and I'm going to go tag a wall and I'm going to put my name on it. And then everybody, man, that's crazy. I'm like, bro, that ain't where that came from.
I understand that.
So,
yeah.
and that's why I say when it comes to pop, because when you look at pop music, most of the time, the artist isn't the writer.
Yeah.
They bring in songwriters. And if that's what it's for, that's cool. Summertime, it's a classic record. Will Smith didn't write that record. But we understand how we view Will Smith. You know what I'm saying? He's not revered as the top 5 dead or alive type person.
Exactly. All
But
right.
when you trying to carry titles as a GOAT or whatever, I can't really give you that.
But
And I'm a Drake fan.
for sure. I ain't taking nothing away from Drake. Yeah. Now, with that being said, do you feel hip hop has too many fucking rules? Cause, all right, you not respected if you just a motherfucker from the suburbs who love hip hop, and you just happen to be nice, and then you got motherfuckers run up on you. You ain't from here. You ain't from there. I feel hip hop got too many rules personally, cause you get caught up where, all right, he's not hard, but he done rapped about he got guns, he got this, but he's just a fan of the fucking music. Okay. Whereas, like any other genre, that never comes up. It's like you don't, like with the writing thing, all right, boom. R. Kelly wrote all kinds of hits for everybody.
Right.
And there's no problem. Right. But once you get into hip hop, now it's a legit beef. Do you feel hip hop has too many rules?
I think we ain't got the right rules.
All right.
I think we don't have. I think now, because what happens is everybody can become an artist.
That's true. All right.
So now we got people who the majority of the people that do music nowadays, hip hop music, they're not in it because they love it. They're in it for everything else. That's why when they jump on the interviews and say, I feel like I'm better than Tupac. For what? Why? Why not just be you? Why not be the best person that you can be? Why do you feel like you have to state that? But the reason you feel like you got to state that to generate some attention, generate clickbait and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like we got the wrong rules when it comes to hip hop.
All right, I can see that.
It's just too many people. It's like everybody. Like, I ain't gonna lie. It's been moments in the last few years where I say, you know what? I don't know if I want to do this, but I'm passionate about it. It's nothing better than going in and creating that album or that music and coming out and you're like, wow. And then a lot of times I got stories where people walk up on me and they're like, hey man, I heard what you said this, or this is my favorite song. That's priceless to me. Right. So it's like at that point, keep going, bro.
All right, I deal with that. I fuck with that because that was the problem we ran into. It was like, dog, I love this shit. And not toot my horn, the shit has gotten to a point where it was just effortless. It's like you get in there, I don't care what you doing over here, but what comes out of here, you're not fucking with. That's how we felt. That's how we felt. But once, you sit back and you just start looking at it right now, I'm just like, dude, I can't even, it's like, all right, don't do this. Because if you do this, you disrespecting that person. Where, like I said, you can't even really be somebody that loves hip hop, like genuinely, and just hop into the game without receiving some type of misdirected criticism.
I just think people want something genuine though at the same time.
All right.
Like, okay, one of the things I feel I'm privileged to, my upbringing, I got family on both sides of the fence. I got family that had to go through some real things, and I got family that, had a good structure. My own personal family has always had a strong structure. So I'm able to see both sides. So to a person who has a relative nice background, to hear you talk about guns and stuff like that don't make sense. Because there's other individual who didn't. That gun was necessary.
Exactly.
Because if you walk out that door, you don't know what's waiting for you, so you better have it on you.
All right.
So that's where the disrespect comes into play, because we feeling like, bro, why are you talking like about this? Because at the same time, we gonna love you if you talk about where you coming from.
All right.
Because you know what? Other people pick up and they do that. They create things and they create music that is relative to their background, and we appreciate it because that's them. Yeah. Nobody else can be them.
And you can feel that music you feel. Yeah. That music you definitely can feel.
Yeah. So I just feel it's the wrong rules. It's not too many, it's just the wrong rules, because now it's like, well, why he can't talk about guns? For what? Why do you need a gun? Yeah. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, my upbringing, like, bro, my people moved to South Augusta when South Augusta was considered the suburbs. It's different now, but back then it was the suburbs. Right. I didn't need a tool on me, so I'm not going to jump in no booth talking like that and be like, they're going to be like, for what? You know what I'm saying?
We know you.
Yeah, we know you. Stop doing that.
Exactly. Yeah. All right, yeah, I deal with that. I fuck with that. It's just, once again, it's just hard to fucking navigate through it at times.
It is. It's a lot.
And it is, and like I said, once that social media shit hit and everybody can make shit, and cause I was in it, we were in it when studio time was fucking $81 an hour. Yep. So it's like that. You had to buy the big ADATs and all kind of shit. So every minute was crucial.
Yep.
Or you done blew it.
Yeah.
It's like now, like, I got software on my phone right now. I can pull it up, hook these mics to it, and we can get busy right now.
But see, I'm gonna tell you the good thing about it. The good thing about it is the technology allows a platform for anybody. So whereas, no, you may not be able to hit that main stage, but I guarantee you is 100,000 people just like you who want to digest music the way you want, who want content you want.
Right.
And those are potential fans. So just imagine if you had, you know how music is.
Yeah.
Just imagine if you had 10, 20, 30,000 fans that say, yo, when you
I
drop,
rock with you.
I rock with you.
Yeah, we had a conversation. It ain't even got to be that. If you had 300 true fans,
exactly.
You set.
You know what the number's gonna look like.
300 true, not somebody who sometime, but only three. Well, if you look at your Instagram and you may like, all right, I got 2,000 followers, but I know 500 of them gonna buy anything I put out.
Yeah,
you set.
You winning.
God damn. I know, man. It's rough for me, bro. I try to stick my foot back in there, but this shit here, man, this this shit get out of hand for me.
It do.
It get out of hand for me. But I commend you on sticking with it. But I think when you said you had that